That is not true, sir.
What's going on, friendo? Steve here. So I know I've been gone from the channel a little bit. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm working on this NBA YouTube series, and we got the going in raw. But hey, a new Picard trailer dropped, and I know a lot of you guys have been asking about when are we bringing back the Four Lights. Me and Jeff, we just need to get on the same page. I'm still very anxious to do. I still definitely want to do it. It's just we've been doing a lot here at the channel, here at Going in Raw. And then, of course, my NBA 2K stuff is very important to me as well. So, but I figure, hey, I'll take a couple minutes out and do like a frame-by-frame breakdown of this Picard trailer. I think it could be a lot of fun. I know, look, I'll be honest with you, I got kind of choked up there at the end. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. What I would suggest, if you haven't seen the Picard trailer yet, watch it first. Watch it before you watch this, because I'm going to do a frame-by-frame breakdown. I'm not really going to, maybe I'll have some audio on it. I don't know. I don't want this thing to get taken down by CBS, which is a distinct possibility. So anyways, we'll get right into it. We're starting off. There's obviously this shot here of Captain Picard. And look, first there's not a logo behind him, then there's a logo behind him. One thing to notice, even from this right here, though, look at his jacket. It looks a lot like the jacket, his like casual command jacket that he used to wear back on Next Generation. He wears that a lot in this. And I kind of like it's a throwback to what he used to wear back in the day. I'm not entirely sure what this little symbol is on his lapel right here. That doesn't look like a Starfleet thing. I mean, I think he definitely does wear one of those later on, but we'll go ahead and move on from that. So right here we are in, I would imagine, the Picard vineyards, probably in France. I think he said he was from Le Bar. I like that they put a bunch of like big structures here in the background too as well. Okay, so obviously, in the last trailer, which I did not do like a breakdown for, Brent Spiner is back as Data. It seems obvious, like given the first trailer that we saw, and then this trailer here, that he and Brent Spiner himself has said he's in the show, but he doesn't play a pivotal part of the story. I think he kind of does thematically, because it's obvious that we're dealing with this. We're dealing in this Picard series. Something has to do with the Borg. We've got 7 of 9 in it. We've got some Borg imagery. We've got another person who we'll get to in a second here that's a Borg from the past. We've got some Soong androids. I think that what we're going to deal with is going to call back to the season 2 episode Measure of a Man, where Data was put not on trial, but his existence. Does he belong to Starfleet? Is he a sentient being? Does he have the freedoms of any other life form? Is he a life? I think that's going to come into play in this Picard series. I think it's a pretty deep sort of philosophical question, one of the deeper ones that Star Trek sort of dove into a little bit, especially so early on in the Next Generation series. So right here we've got Data. He's in the vineyard and he's painting. Of course, Data used to paint back in the day. He used to love to paint, whether or not people liked it or not. Picard's wearing his old, and they're all wearing their old Starfleet outfits. Now, I've heard a lot of people bitch about Brent Spiner's face in this. The guy's old. What do you want? But anyways, I think he looks great here. He looks like, I mean, you know, he's Brent Spiner. What are you going to do? Maybe they can CG him up a little bit to de-age him, but it is what it is. Like, it's Star Trek, you know? So anyways, he says, I want you to finish the painting or something like that. And then Picard says, I don't know how. And Data says, oh, I think you do. This painting right here is of a woman, seemingly, or a cloaked figure standing in the ocean. And it's a very tumultuous, there's a lot of chaos going on in those seas. It's rough waters. So that's what this person is staring out into, with a whole lot of nothing between them. What could that mean? Could this symbolize perhaps, coming from nothingness and entering the world of sentience, and how, turbulent it could be? Maybe. Picard says, I don't know how to finish the painting. And Data says, oh, yes, you do. And he gives him the brush, and then it's up to Picard, and then he gets these flashbacks from evidently whatever it was that sort of traumatized Jean-Luc Picard into perhaps leaving Starfleet. We still don't know exactly what that's all about, but obviously the two things go hand in hand. Picard taking the initiative to do something, and it juxtaposed with whatever this traumatic incident was, with this whatever this attack is right here. There were early rumors that this was going to have to do with either the Dominion War, what was going on there, although the last movie was set after the Dominion War, or it had to do with the events of the first Star Trek reboot film, where I think even in the Next Generation canon, Romulus or Vulcan? No, it was Vulcan was destroyed basically. But I don't know about any of that stuff. So we'll just move on. So Picard wakes up. It's obviously a dream. Like that was a dream sequence. Data's not actually alive. Then we're moving on, and he's waking up, and he's got a little pitty. He's got a pit bull. The pit bull's named Number One. He calls him Number One right there. That's awesome. Of course, Patrick Stewart is a big advocate of pit bulls, as am I, because my dog is part pit bull. There we are. I think we're back on, in his vineyard right there. And he says here something like, I left to find peace. So he's retired. He's pretty much done. He's got some little wine glass and wine bottle up here. He's just chilling. He's living the life. Enter this character. All right, so this character's name is Daj. And there's been all sorts of rumors about who this person could be or might not be. The rumors are all, the Data's daughter, Lau, from the series could be her, because Data was going to apparently keep on trying to basically spawn an offspring. Some people are saying it could be the Borg Queen in some different iteration. It could be, obviously a new character. I think she's some sort of cybernetic life form. That's what I think she is, with some connection to Jean-Luc Picard. So Lau is actually not a terrible suggestion, but I think it's probably a new character, maybe Data. I don't know. I don't know who it could be. Anyways, there's San Francisco right there. Starfleet headquarters. Looks great. Look at that. They've got a hologram of the Enterprise D right there. Picard has shown up. I love, look at the, you got right here. The Starfleet uniforms are basically like sort of the Voyager, Deep Space Nine type uniforms. I like that. I mean, they look more simple than the last batch of Next Generation era uniforms we saw, like from Nemesis and Deep Space Nine, the later seasons. But they look clean. They look stylish. They've got the fancy new lapel pins right there, the communicator badges, rather. So Picard's showing up back at Starfleet. And the dude behind the desk says, "Good to see you up and around, Picard. Good job." And look at that. Look at that freaking look at that death stare right there. This, I don't know what the hell this is. Looks like maybe some sort of like server bank or something, a library of some sort, like some sort of futuristic. Maybe this is where they're keeping, I don't know, all the new. So, okay, so this right here, people are saying this is a Noonien Soong-esque Android. So like the latest version of Data, it says F8 up on his forehead. F8, fate. Kind of a, if it's a Noonien Soong sort of play off of words, we've had B4 in the Nemesis, and then of course obviously Data and lore. But it looks like Starfleet is probably creating a whole legion, a whole army of these androids, which of course is one of the points that Picard was bringing up back in Measure of a Man. I'm pretty sure this is just going to be like a sequel to that. So here we are. Where is that? Some sort of, I don't know what this is. It's sort of difficult to tell what the hell that is. Picard is yelling at an admiral. He's like, "This is what the Federation should be." And she says, "This is not your home anymore, Jean-Luc. You need to get out of here." I wish that was Admiral Netchief, whatever her name was, the one he always used to clang heads with. Yes. All right. So there he is. Oh, he's got a head full of steam right here. But so he's pretty much deciding I'm not done. I'm gonna whatever I want, I'm gonna go ahead and do anyways. So there's Picard, and what is going on here? I don't know what's going on in the reflection right there. I have no idea what that is. Great looking cityscape right here, though. So there's Daj again. This is the actor David Paymer. He's great in everything. If you look him up, you'll have seen him in everything. Not sure who he's going to be portraying in this. We might have his name here. I don't know. But he has not been in an episode of Star Trek before. I read that on Reddit. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I probably should have looked it up. But David Paymer, from what I understand, has not been in a Star Trek episode before. So it's not like he's reprising a character that Picard might have known or we might have seen before. So here Picard is like, looks like he might be in his vineyard. Yeah. And he decides, this is the moment, I'm going to do it. Puts the communicator badge back on. It's the old school communicator badge, not a new one. There's when it's coming out. I'm going to be watching. Here we are at Michelle Hurd's character's place. She says something like, you want me to get back involved with you? I don't really want to, but she probably will. I don't know what this place is. This is still Starfleet or what? I don't know what this place is. This is like some robotics. I think this is like a robotics doctor of some sort. So this is Dr. Agnes Girardi. And she's some sort of cyberneticist, I think. Like maybe Dr. Noonien Soong's sort of, the next coming of Dr. Noonien Soong. That looks like a Vulcan or a Romulan. One of the two. I don't know who that guy is. This is a guy named Cristobal Rios. It's evidently some sort of pilot. I think I read somewhere that he's like ex-Starfleet. Smoking a cigar on his ship. That's cool. There we got a Borg cube right there. That looks to maybe be in some sort of disrepair. There's some debris floating around it. It's got a big chunk out of it where there's like a force field. And then we're in a Borg facility, or it's a Starfleet facility. And there's like some Borg bits right there. And there's some person laying on the ground. That might be 7 of 9 over there, actually, now that I think about it. If you look in the distance, that could be 7 of 9, because she's cradling somebody a little bit later. Yeah, that person right there. Okay, so that's the next shot. So there you go. I don't know who that is. I don't think it's going to be Chakotay. Chakotay should be like great right now. So I don't know who that is going to be. A couple shots of space stuff. There's Picard. There's this guy saying, let's go do stuff. Mr. Cool Guy. I don't know what ship that is right there. It seems like it's new. A legend. There he is. Oh, there we go. So we got like an old school Romulan bird of prey right there. So that's kind of interesting. There he is. Picard using his fencing skills. We've seen him fence with Guinan before on the holodeck. That's coming into play. That's cool. Not sure who he's fighting right there. Don't really recognize anybody else. There's somebody wearing, looks like a Breen mask, to be honest with you, but maybe not. It's got like a cool Knight Rider thing going. There's some happy crew members. There's the Borg ship again, and then it cuts to her. She's like got to be part Borg or something. Let's see here. I don't know who these people are. Moving on. There's a love interest. The Vulcan guy again. I wonder what his deal is. Let's see here. Is that Narek? Maybe that's Narek. Or it's Elnor. I can't tell. I think it's Elnor. I don't know. Okay, so this right here. This, if I'm not mistaken, I have heard, is Jonathan Del Arco. You guys know who Jonathan Del Arco is? He played Hugh in the episodes of Next Generation that dealt with the Borg Hugh, who basically was able to deconnect from the rest of the Borg collective and become his own person. And he is making an appearance here in the Picard series, which once again is why I think this has to do with Starfleet creating an army of Soong androids, basically, removing them of, or robbing them of sentience, of the ability to have a life of their own. But there's maybe some Borg, maybe they got some Borg technology to help them out with it. And, that there could be some problems with that. So there's Hugh. That's awesome that Hugh is back. This thing, I think, is going to be chock full of just awesome Next Generation era Easter eggs and references. There's 7 of 9 right there. Look at that badass with the dual rifles. That's cool. Shotguns, whatever. And then there he is. I'll go ahead and just play this one. Screw it. That's great.
Stop yelling!
Retired Riker. Hold on, I'm going to go back to this again.
What? Stop yelling!
He's so grumpy. That's so great. Oh.
Hello.
Oh, man. That's great. Retired Commander Riker. Remember, this is 20 years after Nemesis. So Riker, he'd already had a long career in Starfleet. He took over as captain of the Titan. Maybe another 10 years, 15 years and then he's retired. So I'm not surprised they don't still have him as Captain the Titan. He's been through a lot. Him and Troy seem to be retired, living in this really great. Let's do this. Living in this really great. Look at that! Look at that cabin. That's a spectacular cabin. Probably in Alaska or something. So there's another shot, space shot of. Yeah, there's Troy. That's great. That Romulan bird of prey right there being attacked. This is somebody playing soccer. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on there. There's Hugh and Dodge. And so it looks like they're breaking her out. She looks like she's a prisoner or something. They're breaking her out at some facility there. I don't know what that is. There's space scene 7 of 9 looking harrowed. She is burning up. I don't know what the deal with that is. Maybe they're trying to maybe they have some sort of self-destruct switch on her. I don't know. That could be. Picard's happy. Let's see if there's anything else in his room here. I'm sure all that stuff has significance. Where's the flute? Is that the flute back there in the background? Or is that right here? From the inner light. More space shots. Oh, and then the best part. I'm screwed. I'm just going to play it. We'll just play it, man. This is so great. I love this to death. This is literally, man, I just brought a tear to my eye.
Thank you for not trying to talk me out of all this. Believe me, I know better.
Man. I could get that all day long, man. That's amazing. That's so amazing. So, yeah, anyways, there you go. There's my shot-by-shot breakdown of the Picard trailer. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Lots of interesting stuff in there. January can't come soon enough. We're only a couple months out from that, so that should be a lot of fun. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And if you have any other tidbits or Easter eggs that I missed, I probably missed a bunch of them, man. Leave them there in the comments. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.